Well, today here on techgooch we're diving into the realm of, well, face masks, but this is the first in a series of travel related videos, and this is the mask that I chose to go with on a recent trip to Las Vegas. So let's get into it. Hey guys, welcome back to techgooch, and today we're diving back into face masks. Now, I've done a couple videos in the past, and this one is a little bit different. This is not what you would classify as a traditional, like, cloth face mask. I would also not derive it as a medical face mask because they actually say it's a non-medical face mask. So it kind of sits in between those two. It's a lot more protective than your traditional cloth face masks. Even the cloth face mask that you can kind of slide a filter in there. This is a lot more protective. But it is not a medical grade face mask. I don't know why it isn't, to be honest about it, because it sure seems like it actually seals better and everything than even like an N95 or a KN95 mask. But it isn't a medical face mask. So that out of the way, it tells you right out of on the box. But this is a filtered face mask. The external covering, where the black and the green, is kind of the protective, but also just the outside two layers, I guess is what you could kind of say it. And then inside, you actually have a filter medium mask that it's not just a standard filter. It actually has a silicone seal that goes all the way around. So people with facial hair, you're going to have more issues with this mask than anything. If you don't have facial hair, you're going to be all right. Not to say you couldn't use it with a beard or a goatee, it's just not going to seal as good, right? And that's the point of the silicone, is that it's supposed to seal. No matter what, it's still going to do better than a traditional cloth mask. But when this thing goes on your face and you have it adjusted properly, it fully seals. So all your intake and exhaust of your breath goes through the filter medium. There is no shooting up the nose. If you wear glasses, this is fantastic because you will not fog up. I can't stress that enough. I'm incredibly amazed by how well the seal does. Now, I've done other face masks that have seals I haven't shown on this channel yet. I have one that I will here soon. Nowhere near as good as what this mask does. This is the only mask that I've ever worn that when I was in a more crowded area, I actually felt a lot safer wearing it. So specifically in traveling, in the airport, on the airplane, this is the mask I used, and I made sure to use it. At first, it was more of a thing, just obviously to test it. But in the end, I felt a lot safer in it. So I used it not only then, but when I was in Vegas and I was going through like the crowded, when they were a little more crowded, the casino areas. This is the mask I wore as well. Just made me feel a lot safer. It really did. And of course, if I was to pick up the bug, it made me feel better of not passing it off to somebody else because everything's being filtered. So let me bring it in. I'll show you the actual filter, and then we're going to actually change the filter because this filter that I have in here is ready to be changed anyway. So yeah, let's bring it in. So this is the Airpop Active replaceable filtered face mask. I'll be honest, it's not a cheap mask. It's like $80 for this thing. Now, it does come in the box with a few things. So first, the mask itself, right? Which is a high quality mask. Definitely the highest quality mask that I currently have in my house. It does come with a storage bag. It is nice. I did store it at the beginning of my trip in this when I wasn't using it, and then this just kind of went off to the side, and I just kind of jammed this in a part of my bag, just like so. So this is nice, but I didn't really use it. I'll be honest about it. And to be honest, on all my masks, I only have one other mask that came with a storage bag. I still don't use it with that one either. So that said, if you like it, it does come with it. The filter itself, you can see it's a standard like white, looks like an N95 type filter. They claim it's a 99% filtration rate on this filter, or they say greater than 99% efficiency on a PM 2.5. It's a solid filter. I'll give it that. It doesn't clog your breath too much, but you can tell you're breathing through a filter. It is a filtered air. It just kind of holds on. I apologize if the Yeah, there we go. If the focusing's off a little bit. But you can see there's just these two tabs, and it just kind of jams on those two tabs. And once it's on there, it doesn't come off. I mean, it's really well. When I first got it, I thought, wow, I don't know how well that's going to stay. It stays really well. The filters are good for about 40 hours of use. So if you figure if you're going to use it like in your job, you know, 1 week's use in the filter, you can buy these in packs of 4. I think a 4-pack is like $25. So they're not inexpensive. They are not. But they are fairly fashionable and very comfortable. And then they seal and you won't get fogged up on your glasses. And to be honest, it filters more of your air. These nose bridge pieces, if you can see right here, if I kind of go off to the side, they have this is the piece that goes against your nose. You can kind of see where there's a divot there where the bridge of your nose is. But there's actually 2 layers of silicone here. 1, 2. And when you put it on, you know, it obviously goes on like this, but then you actually bring these up, and the nice thing about this is there's 2 layers, so you can adjust the fit on your nose depending on how it fits on your face. I just take both layers and then kind of set them up on my cheeks, kind of like that. It sounds like, oh, that's going to be uncomfortable. It's not. And I'll show you that here in a second as well. But yeah, before we get into that, we're going to change out the filter with a new filter because it's spent anyway. So in this case, to take it out, we're just going to grab by both sides. And then there it is. There's the used filter. And I can actually turn it inside out so you can see the seals better too. And this has been sitting for a couple days, so it's fairly safe. But yes, this has seen some use. I would argue between 35 and 40 hours of use total on this mask. And there is some discoloration from, you know, sweat or whatever, but this is how they come, in a nice sealed package, so you know they're good to go. You pull her out, and on the tabs here, it actually gives you the destination. So this one says L for left, and this one says R for right, and then on your mask, there is an actual L on the tab here, and an R on the tab there. So what you do is obviously R to R, L to L, and so you kind of stick it down in the mask, and what I've been doing is putting it on the flat side first. Once you get that set on the flat side, then just kind of rotate it up and push from the kind of back side, push the black tab through, and then go to the other side. Again, flat side first is what I've been doing, and then push it through. And once you set it all the way through, there's just a little rim all the way around this little black tab, and she doesn't come out. It's easy, and the nice thing about it is once you're done, it's comfortable. It's a comfortable mask. It is adjustable, very easy to adjust, and I do like the look. The green and black, it's kind of like the Mortal Kombat character. Is it what is it? Raptor? Not Raptor. Reptile, right? That's what it kind of reminds me of. But yeah, that is the active face mask. It comes with 4 filters. One, you know, obviously you're going to use one right away, and then 3 backups. And I already bought another set of 4 because I really like this mask. So this is one of those masks that I really like. And I don't use it every day. I use it in spots that I know I'm going to be in areas that are going to be a lot of people. This is the mask I go to. So those 8 filters I'm going to have are going to last a lot more than 8 weeks. It's going to last quite a while. I feel a lot more protected with this mask than I do with any other mask I've ever used. So that's that. The other nice thing about this mask is it doesn't touch your mouth itself. So you tend to talk better with this mask than I do with my cloth masks that eventually, as you breathe, it kind of breathes in and out, and it always goes against your mouth, so you always sound muffled. So I'll say that it's still going to sound like you have something over your face, but it's going to sound better, in my opinion. All you do is, and I'll show you this nose part. So I put it over my face like that, and then I just grab the rubber pieces. And you can see how I can kind of I'm pulling it down, of course, but you can kind of get them on the outside of your nose, and then when it's on the bottom of your chin, it just fully seals on your face. And I wish I had some glasses. I don't wear glasses. I wear sunglasses though, and there is basically no air that's going up here at all. All of my breath is coming out right over here. So that's the beautiful thing about this mask, is that it seals, completely seals on your face. And it's kind of like a respirator. That's what it feels like. Not as restrictive as a respirator. I don't know if you've ever worn a respirator, but you can also adjust. So like when you put it on, you can see the white. I can adjust it up a little bit just by grabbing the black part of the mask. But once you set it in, I mean, in my opinion, it looks good. I sound better with this mask on than I do with other masks. It does not move on my face. If you notice, with me talking, normally talking, it's not falling down. I don't have it pulled really tight either, if you can see this, right? Even with it off, it's kind of stuck to my face. That's because the silicone, kind of when it goes on, it kind of wraps in and seals. So you can kind of tell it seals good and it works really good. And that's the point of a good mask. When you see this and you're like, ooh, that's kind of pricey, it is, but it works exactly like it should work. I'm not going to say go out and start traveling with this mask. You can do everything as normal. Not at all. If you're not comfortable with it, this is just increases the likelihood of you actually wearing a mask correctly. And if you have to go into areas, like if I go to the hospital or I do anything, this is the mask I'm going to grab out of my collection of masks. I've only shown a small collection of what I have. I have a lot more masks than that. And this mask is my #1 go-to for anything where I have to feel more protective or go into an area that has a lot more people in it. So, Airpop. Now, first of all, I contacted Airpop about this video. I contacted them directly because I saw this product and I saw their new product that they launched at CES, and I wanted to show this and kind of use this as part of my travel series. They were gracious in allowing me to do a video on this. So they sent me the mask. I purchased the extra filters after I wore it because immediately I was like, yeah, no, this is a mask that I'm going to use. So I'm going to buy some extra filters now. So Airpop, you guys hit a home run in my thinking, at least, behind this mask. It fits well. It does exactly what it's supposed to do. The filters work extremely well. They mount into the mask way better than the slide-in filters that you get in other masks. Just mounting and keeping them exactly where they need to be. The looks are good. There are other colors you can get, but this, I do like the green with the black. But yeah, and yeah, the longevity of the mask, pretty solid. You know, you're talking 40 hours of use. I can't ask for anything better than that. The outside of the mask is washable. Obviously the fabric side, but the inner mask is, I mean, technically you probably could do some boiling with it, but I won't. So that is the Airpop Active Mask. Awesome, very protective mask. So that's it, guys. If you have any questions or comments, post those below. Subscribe, share the video if you could for me, and give me a thumbs up, especially if you like the product or like the video. I appreciate it. Definitely check out their website. They have other masks rather than just the active mask. This is going to be one of their good ones. And then they have some newer ones coming. They may be available now. I got to check into that. But they had a smart mask that they were releasing from CES. I was really hoping to show that. Maybe down the road I will. But this mask is definitely a go-to mask for me now. So I don't wear it everywhere, but when I want protection, this is the one I grab out of my collection. So thank you very much, Airpop, for allowing me to see your fantastic product. So I will put links down below. Otherwise, catch you back here on techgooch for another future video review, and I got more travel stuff coming right after this one. So we'll see you soon. Thanks for watching. you.